Good morning, good morning, good morning. Notifications going off now, saying I'm live. I'm Ros Bounty, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And it's a gorgeous Sunday morning here with blue skies, sunshine, and it feels like it might be warming up. We've had a couple of days where it's been cool. It looks lovely outside anyway. Time to take the dogs for a walk after this. So shall we get moving on looking at the cards? Tap into your spirit guides and your guiding instincts, that is your intuition and your gut feelings. Let's see what the cards have for us. And here we are. It looks pretty small at the moment because it's zoomed right out, but that's so we can see them all. Here we've got the Pixies Lenormand Astounding Lenormand deck. It's got the Astounding in the middle, remember, and this is Edmund Zabrowski, who is the creator of this particular deck. It's a little different, and we have the three cards: the garden in the home space, the coffin in the overall theme, and the dog in the workspace. So let's have a closer look at these as I zoom into them. So here we go, hoping that that is ample, which I'm pretty sure it is, to give us a good view. Unfortunately for the Instagram people, it's in portrait and it's spread out as a landscape, isn't it? So, but this is how we cope with it. This is what we've got to do, isn't it, sometimes? Good morning, Fiona. How are you? We can't always do everything by all platforms requirements. So a good morning to everyone around the world. And it is a bit wild, isn't it? As far as the weather goes, all over the place. Well, what we're going to start with is the coffin card first, because that is the one that's our central theme. It is that is letting go of things that don't need to be held on to anymore. It's the death of something. So whether it is someone that is a loved one, or whether it's someone who you know, or whether it's things that we have completed and finished with that we no longer need to keep, so that we're actually experiencing a cleansing out, really, in some sense. And as we feel the presence of those loved ones, as they have been part of our life, that they have now moved on to wherever the soul goes to. None of us are going to know for certain until we get there ourselves, because we all know that in this physical body we don't last forever. So feel the process of grief if you need to, because even sometimes the things that we hold dear, the things we hold emotional connection to, we can sometimes grieve for those when they are broken, when they've had their time because they've reached the limit. And you know, that can go even for the foods that we taste, that we have as wonderful experiences with our taste buds, and the process that goes through. As we know, it returns to Mother Earth in some form, and that what we end up having is that continuity of life in the form of what that energy that it has taken in our space, because we're only aware really of what happens in our own realm, our own space, that this is going to continue on in a cycle, in a form of energy somewhere, so that the experience itself has created for us who we are now to continue and further our own journey in our day-to-day. So that's partly what this is about. And it's honouring those who have departed, even those in the millennia ago who are our ancestry, and all forms of what is that past for us. And that's what I'm feeling for today. It is time to really settle in and honour and respect and acknowledge that part that death in all its forms has for us in our life today, in our present moment, and how we experience that. It is going to be unique for each and every one of us, whether it is for that is the physical people around us, whether it's for the opportunities we've missed, whether it's for those things that we've really appreciated and wish we had more of, but it is gone. you know, and that really does bring to mind a wonderful meal I had last night. It was lovely. So that's never to be repeated because it's not, yeah, anyway, exactly that. So feel that energy in your day today is that overall, it's not a sadness, even though sometimes the grieving can be sad. It's that remembering of all that has been as part of that experience of knowing that person, that object, that feeling and emotion. Okay, now we're going to go into the garden, and I do notice that Fiona has put up the numbers for today with the cards. So it is 8, 9 and 10 is the 9 number in total. So thank you very much for that, Fiona. And you have laid it out extremely easily for us to understand that as well. So Michaela, good morning to you. Lovely to have you here because it is a Sunday morning. I'm a little bit later. I did have a tiny little sleep in this morning. And here we go with Kay and those gorgeous heart emojis. And here is further emojis like the hearts from Fiona to continue that theme, the beautiful rainbow of hearts that we've got for our morning to start. And especially relevant for a garden, isn't it? The flowers and the blooms, blossoms of the fruit trees and all sorts are starting to come out for spring here in the Southern Hemisphere, well, at least in my part of the world here. The garden is looking lovely and lush, and even the bottle brush trees have got their gorgeous reds. And I think my tree is red. Yes, it is red. There's a succulent out the front near the bird bath that has beautiful yellow blooms on them. And I know there's a lily type thing over that way that's got the yellow, whites and purples, creams. It's beautiful. I've got no idea what sort of plant. And the birds of paradise, you should see them. They are so huge. I haven't got a camera out the back, but that might be something I can hook into next time that we have a Sunday session because I can actually add in, I think it's the iPhone, to show photos, pictures, videos elsewhere. Anyway, that's a side point, isn't it? The garden in our home space is probably letting us know it's time to be out in the garden today. It is a Sunday, a day traditionally of rest, and recreate yourself. So if you love your garden, go out and, you know, appreciate it. You might want to pull some weeds or not, it doesn't matter. It's being in this beautiful design of the connection of nature that you yourself create is when we create a garden. That's what we are doing. We're in sync, we would hope, with Mother Nature and really extending that beauty into our own space, our home space, this that can create that feeling of connection with Mother Earth, with all that is. Because there's only a certain part of this that we have control over. The rest is up to Mother Nature. And what a beautiful connection that is. For those of us who are not as good with the green thumb, me, but it can still be something that's appreciated in a little more natural form and unconstructed, or not deconstructed, but yeah, anyway. Be out and about in your garden. It's also being public, being seen, being openly aware, you know, others around you, being openly aware of you as well, acknowledging that part of who you are in the world too. It's not just your closed off family in a home space. It is going out and about today as well. So go and have a picnic out in a public park or somewhere like that. The beach, anywhere that really brings you into that more open space. It's extending ourselves beyond just the home base, but it's still living within our home energy. That's what I'm getting from the garden today. So we really are appreciating that is our past and present there as well. Whoops, and I moved that. You can see I haven't got my Apple Pencil sitting next to me. So now where did I get up to with these hearts and emojis? It's lovely to see them there. We've got Michaela's put a lovely row of the hearts as well with the prayer hands. I love that. Thank you, Michaela. And Kim, good morning to you. Beautiful to see you here as well on a Sunday morning. And we have a new name that I haven't seen from YouTube. So Javita, lovely to see you. Hopefully that I am pronouncing your name correctly. And with this, just to answer this isn't where I do the ad hoc readings for individuals. This is the general card spread reading that I do every morning around this time. So you can subscribe, like and subscribe to the channel. And get the reminders and notifications, and you'll get the reminders or notifications when I'm on YouTube again in the morning, tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock, same time. I do them every morning as much as I can, unless I'm not well or otherwise can't make it type of thing. Anyway, so thank you for being here. And Fiona, you've been into your garden for the last week planting. I presume that means I've been into my garden for the last week plant. Yes. You've got, I was just trying to decipher and it went off. It's the carrots, garlic, onion, broccoli, is it? No. Oh, peppers, capsicums. Yum, yum. So you've been planting a few. Very busy in your garden. Wonderful to see that. Thank you, Fiona. Now, we're back at the workspace with the dog being here. Now, that I feel is give it a break. Take the dog for a walk. The dog is the wonderful, unconditionally loving companion that many of us do have. I'm looking after my granddaughter's dog. My partner has a dog. I've had my own previously, dear Peanuts, who has passed that rainbow bridge. She's having happy days in other spaces that are more ethereal. So here we have the dog being that companion in our workspace, and I do feel that it is saying, if you have to work, if it's going to be something that you can't get out of, make time for that space of recreation that is, give your dog a walk, or playful, be playful with your work so that it lightens that energy in your workspace, so that it does bring that doing what you love to do aspect of work into those hours, minutes or hours, whatever length of time you are needing to work, that it lightens it and brings that joy into that space. Because we all, I do gain joy from the dogs around. If I had a cat, it'd be the same, because I do like cats as well. I love the birds, but they're not my pets. They are the natural realm in their environment, and I just so enjoy watching them from safe space so they don't freak out. I love watching them bathe in the bird bath. It's all sorts of things with how we can appreciate our work environment. That's what I'm getting from this card today. So definitely loosen up. Allow that process of whatever you're going through, whether it is some form of grief or loss, that it isn't the end of that experience, because honestly, there isn't death. It is the energy continuing to flow in some form somewhere that we'll find out at some point in time. But it's whilst we are here in the living world to really love and appreciate that we have around us. Our beautiful gardens and our home space, and even that is our workspace and the companions that we have within that arena as well, because it is part of our life, our living, and enjoy it while we have it. Okay, and appreciate those moments that we do share with friends and family and workmates. It's not just friends and family. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining me for this Sunday's reading of the cards. And look, have a wonderful, beautiful day. Do make sure that you do find time to rest and relax and appreciate your space around you, in your community, in your country, wherever you live. It's not that everybody has the same freedoms that we experience here. And even then, sometimes we feel our governments constrict us. Be in the right frame mind of appreciating what we have, living in love and gratitude in everything, because it does continue to help us to journey through this time we have in, well, what time we have, and where we are living it. Love and appreciate it, even if it is difficult times for you, because it is creating that strength of character, that building up of understanding of how the whole world works. It's not always fair. We do have to admit that. but it's certainly teaching us many things as we move through and live our lives. I'm going to leave it there, so continue onward. I don't want to be preachy. I remember the days when I did lay preaching. It's very easy to get a little preachy. And here we go from Fiona. You love walking every morning with your fur child, but you had to cut back because your health issues. Oh, best 4 times a week. Yeah, I understand that, but you'll be able to look forward to the walking that you can do, and that's what we do. We do appreciate and take advantage when we can. And the fur babies do understand. They have more understanding than we give them credit for. So thank you from Fiona, and to everyone, have a fab day. And it is Namaste.